Chapter 2. It's spring of 1948. David is 9 years old, and I'm about to turn 8. I'm screaming at the nearby customs officials who are inspecting cars entering into Canada in Sombra, Ontario. My brother is drowning! My brother is drowning! You have to do something right now, right this minute! It's our first time swimming in the St. Clair River this year. Last August, there was a sandbar about 50 yards away from the customs dock where we swim during our summer visits. The cottage where we stay in Sombra is owned by my mother's boyfriend and my future stepfather, Bill Drury. During the winter, the rapid currents in the river swept the sandbar away, and David is now caught in the fast currents, unable to stand. As I watch in horror, his head goes under, and his hand is barely visible above the water's surface. This is my brother, my best friend, my one and only companion throughout our many excursions into foster homes since we were both toddlers. He is disappearing below the surface, and for a split second, I am immobilized by shock. At this point, I run into the customs shack where Bill Lang, a friendly-faced customs inspector who knows us, hears me and instantly runs to a moored boat, starts the engine, and heads towards the last spot where my brother was seen. As the boat nears the spot that I am pointing to, Dave's little hand appears one last time right above the surface. Bill and his assistant are able to pull my brother into the boat, turn him over, and push the water out of his lungs and mouth. I watch his skin color come back from its grayish non-color. Dave is going to be all right. I am so grateful that the people in the customs shack listened to my panicky screams for help. I'm amazed how quickly they got the boat started and rescued my brother. That evening, when we tell our mother about the close call, Dave is still in a state of shock. The next day, he refuses to go back into the water, and this continues for the foreseeable future. My brother's reaction to the near-death experience is one of the most mysterious things I have ever encountered. Dave not only avoids swimming, he breaks out in severe hives if anyone tries to persuade him to go back into the water. I watch my brother carefully as we are always together, and I notice that even when he is caught outside in a sudden rain, each drop of water that touches his skin actually leaves a hive mark. Dave is so severely traumatized by this incident that this condition will last for most of the rest of his life. In adulthood, raindrops continue to leave nasty reminders on his skin of his flirtation with the Grim Reaper in the St. Clair River when he was a 9-year-old boy. Fast forward almost 3 decades. Dave is in the Army, stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas. I am on a trip with my 9-year-old daughter, Tracy, to publicize my book, Your Erroneous Zones. We're in St. Louis and then Kansas City, so I decide to make a trip to Junction City, Kansas, to visit my brother, whom I haven't seen in many, many years. Dave has been stationed overseas and has done 2 tours of duty during the Vietnam War. He's received the Bronze Star for his extraordinary service and bravery under fire. Here is how Dave describes what happened during our visit in his book titled From Darkness to Light. It brings home to me the significance of his brush with death back in 1948. Quote, in 1976, I was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas, and lived in Junction City. Wayne was in town promoting his best-selling book, Your Erroneous Zones. He and his daughter Tracy were staying at the Travel Lodge down the street from me and invited me over for a swim in the pool. Wayne told me to focus my thoughts on anything other than hives as we entered the pool. He kept talking to me, and I didn't have a chance to think about anything other than what he was saying. In fact, he was speaking so softly that I couldn't make out what he was saying, so I had to keep moving closer and closer to him. Wayne purposely had drawn my attention to him. Before I knew it, I had been in the water for half an hour. When I got out of the pool and dried off, I couldn't find a single hive on my body. For the first time in 27 years, I didn't experience a breakout of hives when I was swimming. Immediately, I went back into the water for another half hour with the same results. Since then, I've enjoyed swimming and have never experienced an outbreak of hives again. Unquote.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.